what is one thing you would ask all your exes if you could?
Oh, I don't have an ex.
You've never been in a relationship?
No.
Stop it.
No.
Really?
23
Is
and
that
never had a
because you're
boyfriend.
very picky, or is it because, why is that?
Oh, that's a long story. So like in high school, I wasn't very popular with guys and stuff.
Okay.
I was just like a bit shy, introvert. So, and then I moved to London for uni and I was like, okay, you know what? Like, I don't want anything. Like, I don't want a relationship right now. I just want to have fun, you know, like enjoy uni, whatever.
Yeah.
And then let's say like around second year of uni, it was like, okay, I would get into a relationship with someone, but I always choose the wrong man. I have terrible taste in men.
Really? What
It's
is
like-
what is the archetype of the kind of guy you typically go for?
So the thing is, I like self-confident guys, and even I like it when they're a bit arrogant, almost. But those guys tend to be the ones that like mess you over as well. So it's like, I think that's the issue.
Sure. So is it like you tend to go for the life of the party, the cocky guy?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Okay.
Not like I'd rather go for that guy than for like let's say I'd rather go for like a fuckboy kind of like guy than like the shy and nerdy type. If that makes sense. Or like the nice guy. You know?
So I mean, then to be fair, if you know you'd rather go for the fuckboy, are you really surprised that you kind of get fucked around?
Well,
It's kind of in the name, right? Fuckboy, fucking around.
But do you know what? Like, I feel like it's every girl's dream to get the bad boy to turn good for her, you know? And every girl has that kind of like delusional reality.
Yeah,
like,
it's I need to know who said this because I should give credit to them. But every girl wants the bad boy to be good with her, and every guy wants the good girl to be bad with him. But I think that's is it fantasy?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. There is stories where it worked, like some of my friends.
Yeah.
But yeah, for me, it just doesn't seem to be working.
I think when it works, it's usually because that guy is in a place where he's looking for something serious. Like timing tends to be quite important, especially for a guy who is like just messing around, playing the field, because it's kind of like, well, if he's not looking for anything serious, why would he just choose one person? Why would he just choose one girl?
If you can have like all of them.
If you can,
Actually.
yeah. And it's funny.
Yeah.
It's funny because like, tell me your experience, but I've definitely seen, I'm not going to say experience, so plead the fifth, but where there'll be girls who will like a guy and they know that guy has had sex with this girl, maybe her friend, maybe her cousin, but then she'll still want him. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, no. I would not know.
Okay.
I feel like, especially like if someone had something going on with a friend of mine, that's like off limits then. Like,
what about
that
after the fact?
As in like...
So it's done. Like maybe she had history with
No,
him like a year ago.
even then it's like off limits. I feel like that's
That's good.
something I don't want to cross that line.
Yeah.
It's like, that was your thing. Like, we're not getting there.
Yeah. So have you never given like a nice guy a chance?
So
That's a
I was actually
no.
going to ask a question about this because, so obviously, like I've been on a couple of dates lately and I had so many guys always say to me like, yeah, I am a nice guy. They would literally, because I say like, I don't think you're a nice guy. Like I'm usually like, you know, I think you're going to mess me around. And they're like, no, I'm a nice guy and blah, blah, blah. Why would you, as a guy, why would you say that? Like, why would you tell the girl you're a nice guy and then like after that still mess her around?
So I guess we have to define what you mean by nice. Because does nice mean you're getting what you want? Or does nice mean he's just honest about what he wants?
I think nice in terms of like, in general, like caring and like, you know, just like not that, yeah, the opposite of like fuckboy, kind of.
I get that. It's not that,
That makes sense.
and I'm not condoning if they are intentionally misleading you.
Yeah.
But when people are like, oh, I'm such a caring person. I'm like, well, yeah, you're caring to the people you care about. You're not caring to everyone.
That's what I mean. They're like, yeah, I'm such a nice guy. Like, I would never do that to you. Why would you even say that to me in the first place? And then like, because there's no need. You don't have to say that. You can just like not say it.
I agree. And the obvious answer is because they're saying it because they still want to gain your favor for whatever it is that they want. My question is, why do you believe them what their words are, not their actions?
Oh, I don't believe them what their words are.
Oh, okay.
No, I never do.
Okay,
No,
so how
no.
can you tell if a guy's genuine with you or not?
I can't. I usually always assume the worst. Let's say like this, because of all my past experiences, I'm just like, whenever a guy says to me, no, I would never do that to you, or like, you know, I will message you, I'm always assuming he's not, or like after some time he's gonna end up ghosting me or some shit.
Okay.
Just because of like the stuff that I had in the past. So I'm like, so in that like
the cycle
loop kind of, yeah.
So explain to me the cycle. Explain to me what's the cycle from you meeting a guy to you having an experience together to then things ending? What does that look like? And we will dissect.
I mean, I usually like meet guys and then I'm like, so let's say I meet someone, maybe night out, whatever.
Yeah.
And like I end up texting with them for, I don't know, a week, a bit more, but like a lot of texting, like a lot
every
of
day?
messages. Yeah.
Okay.
And then at some point, out of nowhere, it just like keeps replies getting slower, you know, like the usual thing. And at some point they would just like not message me anymore.
Are they asking to see you?
Depends. Not all of them, no.
Okay. So what I mean is,
which is a weird thing as well. Like, why would you keep messaging? I do get why you would message someone, obviously, like if you're lonely, or like I do that as well. I just message guys when I'm bored, or like, you know, or want some entertainment. But why would you keep doing that for like weeks and then just like never meet up if you know you're never going to meet up anyways? Like, you know, there's literally no point. I get doing it for like a few days or something. But
so I think what happens, I don't think guys tend to just text for attention. That tends to be more something women tend to do. Usually when guys are messaging is because they want something, right? Just outside of the messaging. Now it is possible that maybe he's talking to several girls, maybe he's seeing several girls, but he is messaging you. And then it could get to a point where maybe he is just dealing with several girls and he just doesn't want to be dealing with another one. Does that make sense? So that can happen. But the reason I asked, are they asking to see you, is because that really kind of shows whether he has essentially how much of a priority is seeing you it is for him. And sometimes it may not be that much of a priority because he's dealing with other women. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because I'm sure there'll be guys who will be texting you, trying to text you, trying to see you, and you might entertain that attention, like you said, because you're bored.
Yeah.
But then they're like, she's messaging me loads, but why does she actually want to meet with me?
Oh, I never ask guys to meet up.
No, but like maybe they ask you and you're like, oh, I'm not busy, or I'm doing this.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But I am actually really busy at the moment. So
yeah,
it's like,
but let's be honest, you'd make time for them if you wanted to.
The thing is, for me as well, I only go on dates.
Yeah.
I've only been on like 6-7 dates in my life. Because
first dates or just dates in general?
I've never been on a second date either.
Okay, you don't have to answer this. You don't have to answer this, but I'm gonna ask. Are you a virgin?
No.
And you've never been on a second date?
No.
No, I mean, what you okay, carry on.
Because basically,
need help,
there is an
man.
explanation. No, there is an explanation for this.
Explain this one.
Basically, I only go on dates if I really, really like a guy, and if I see not relationship potential, but if I see like a potential that I would like to meet him.
How do you
again,
know if
and
you
if
like
like
him?
Really everything. Do you know what?
If you've
I
been
actually
met.
had that with one guy. So basically, that's a story from last year. But basically, I met him on a night out, and then like he kind of like really surprised me in a good way. He kept asking me that night as well. He was like, he really wanted to go on a date. He kept asking me like 3-4 times, and usually I'm always like, no, I don't go on dates. But he surprised me with certain things he did and said on that like evening.
Okay.
So I said yes. I was like, you know what?
That's
yeah,
cool.
I'm going on a date with you.
Yeah, that's
and
good.
it was actually a really nice date. Like I really enjoyed it.
Nice.
But yeah.
So why didn't you go on the second one?
I don't know.
You do
It
know.
just never happened. So basically, no, because he lives in Italy and
Right.
I'm in London. So it's like, it's really tricky.
Sure.
Like I've
yeah.
been away
Okay.
all summer and like, yeah.
Okay,
just
so that one was
didn't
like
really happen.
distance.
Yeah.
What
I
about-
have that a lot.
So is it that you're going on first dates with guys who are just not in your geographic area? Is that what it is?
Oh, no, not at all. But I don't know. I feel like I didn't have any good dates. That was one of the only good dates I've ever had.
So for like most of your first dates are not good dates.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I had
Why?
I had one date that was probably the worst date I've ever been on.
Yeah.
Basically, that's also a reason why I don't like drink dates.
Sure.
The guy invited me for drinks. So we met up, the pub, whatever.
Yeah.
Got some wine, and it was like 6 p.m. So obviously I didn't eat dinner before, and I thought we were gonna get some food as well. Then at some point he goes like, "Do you know what? Who needs food? Fuck food. We're gonna order more wine." And he just orders a bottle of wine, and I'm like, okay. And basically that night he just got me drunk.
Mm.
So we had like 2 bottles of wine in the end or whatever.
Yeah.
And I passed out in the Uber. And that was such a weird date. Like, why would you... I did not understand what the logic behind that was.
I mean, you do. Why do you think he was trying to get you drunk?
No, but he didn't end up coming back to mine.
Did he ask?
No.
Oh, he didn't invite you back to his?
No.
Oh.
That's why it was so weird. Like, why would you... I don't know.
Maybe he just wanted to get drunk with you. See what happens.
But that was a really weird date. I did not enjoy that.
Why do you think most of your dates, your first dates, you've not enjoyed?
Probably because, like, I feel like with... I don't know.
Because if you're saying you've only been on 6 or 7 first
Yeah.
dates and you've only enjoyed one of them, there's something happening pretty consistently. If you said like, oh, I enjoy half, then I'll be like, okay, maybe that's kind of normal. But if you're saying the majority of
The
first dates
majority
you've
was
been
bad,
on,
yeah.
you're just not a fan of?
Mm,
Like, what do you think's happening? Like, why?
I
Is it that
don't
you don't
really know.
like them, or is
It's
it that
probably because I think at first, like, I would like them, or like we get along when we meet. Like, I don't know, most of the guys I meet on nights out.
Yeah.
So like we get along, but that's obviously like a different like circumstances than
you know,
when
like
you
a
meet.
different environment?
yeah.
Sure.
So maybe that, I don't know.
So is it that you're not matching with the guy? Is it that you're not
yeah,
liking
yeah.
them?
In the end, like, yeah, usually.
That you're not liking them?
Yeah.
So they'll ask you
like
for second
the
date.
majority of the times, yeah.
Interesting. What is the pettiest reason you said no to a second date?
I've never been asked for a second date. No, that's not true. I've been asked once. But
Did you go?
I wanted to,
Okay.
but well, then it just didn't happen because like something came up, so he didn't have time anymore.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, fair enough. You could have like, there was the whole week still. You could have asked me again, but it's fine. Like, okay.
Did when you said, did he ask you? You said I can't do that day.
No, basically it was like it was a vague thing because like basically he said to me we could do that day, but I'll let you know in the morning. And then like he ended up doing some stuff with his friends and had to drop them off, whatever. And then he messaged me. He was like, no, actually, I don't think I can make today anymore, which is fair enough. I mean,
yeah. Okay.
but yeah, so.
Do you feel like you're quite picky with guys that you like?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm very picky.
What
I have
do you have like a
taste.
list?
Oh yeah.
Tell me the
I mean,
list.
it's not really a list, but I have things that I don't like. So basically, what I really like about a guy, this is like despite looks, like let's leave that apart.
Sure.
But like I love when a guy has like goals in life and like is passionate about something and has his own life going on. So like I could never date someone who's like at home the whole day, just like chilling, watching TV, or like I don't even know, or just like who only drinks every day, whose whole like existence is clubbing, whatever.
Sure. A guy with some drive and ambition. Sure.
Yeah, someone that has like, you know, goals that he wants to achieve, whatever.
Okay.
I really like that.
Yeah.
I think that makes a guy really attractive as well.
Yeah.
What else? Someone funny. I can't.
Classic.
A lot of people don't get my sarcasm, so it's like
Do guys think that you don't like them because of your sarcasm?
maybe, I don't know. Like my experience was a lot of UK guys. They would not get my jokes, like my sarcasm. They would take me seriously, and I was like, okay,
Oh.
I was joking.
Okay.
I don't know.
So basically, they think you're kind of being mean, but you're actually being playful.
Yeah,
Interesting.
so funny. But yeah, so that, and I think
Maybe
yeah,
that's
also,
why.
also like being spontaneous. I love that because I'm a very spontaneous person.
Yeah.
And like very independent as well.
Yeah.
So like I need someone who's not like clingy and like there all the time. That would drive me insane.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I reckon that sarcasm thing is probably a big factor.
the thing that's throwing them off.
Yeah, because sometimes it's a cultural thing. It can be a cultural thing. Do you know what I mean? Like a lot of the time, Americans stereotypically don't get British sarcasm. So I think it might be the same way. If you feel you're being playful and being sarcastic, but it's not landing. Do you know what I mean? But I guess the question I would ask though is that if you feel it's not landing, do you continue to do that? Do you know what I mean? Do you continue to be playful in that way? Because there's more than one way to be
That's kind of my
playful.
personality, so I can't change that.
So here's the thing. I think it's not that it's your personality. I think that's the only way that you feel comfortable in being playful. And I think if that doesn't land because you're like, this is how I know, you just keep going with it, but they just keep thinking, this girl doesn't even like me. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whereas like, so for example, if I'm talking to a guy and I'm coaching him, and because this happened before, I'm like, okay, well, you need to, if you see that you're on a date with a girl and it's not landing, you need to try and be playful in a different way that she can receive it. Otherwise, she's just going to think you're a dick. And I reckon that's probably what's happened.
Well,
Hope you really enjoyed that clip. If you want to watch the full episode where that clip is from, then I want you to click right here where you can watch the full episode. And if you're ready to claim your man today, enroll in my program below, and I'll see you there. Wishing you an amazing day.